my coffee black, wife too. Don't turn this to no controversy, it's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it ×2. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? It's too cool. Get the dry tops out. Summertime and then why? It fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snack a seat up at the table if my man came. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and then why? Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough. Watch me fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's JetBlue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and then why? Now we come to an end. Summertime and then why? And the fall's upon us. I want you to bring that summertime to the wild and run that thing back. Yeah, until next year. Summertime and then why? Yeah, and why? Summertime and then why? Yeah, we gone.
Nothing's what it seems, but I feel gravity is holding me down. It's there for all to see, through dirt and through debris. Everyone is leaving this forsaken town. I lost the scenery, my mind's machinery. Seems like Hollywood is starting to catch fire. Under a starlit sky, I see you and I. In some way it gets me every time. We know just where you come from. We keep on falling.
Check 1 2 1 2.
We're as lonely as you are. We know just what it feels like. We're counting dollars. We're as lonely as you are. We know just where you come from. We keep on falling. We're as lonely as you are. We know just what it feels like. We're counting dollars. We're as lonely as you are. I drove 1,000,000 miles to make it all worthwhile. Where can you take me? Where do you want me to be? Inside this carousel, it's either hell or hell, and there's no going back, there's nothing new to see. I lost the scenery, my mind's machinery. Seems like Hollywood is starting to catch fire. Under a starlit sky, I see you and I. In some way it gets me every time.
7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. Welcome guys to the membership stream video, however we want to define this. Behind a little bit of a $3 paywall, and this is you guys that support me for that. I appreciate every bit. It does help pay for a lot of the expenses here on running a YouTube channel. It's not free, so that does help. So I give out a little bit more behind this little paywall. Let you guys see a glimpse into one of my portfolios here. The mainly was started off for the channel, but I got a little gung ho and put a little bit too much over there, and I don't feel comfortable just showing it to the rest of the world. But it's over on BitUnix, and let's talk. Why am I streaming? Well, we just broke through a higher high that we haven't seen since way back over here when we first started bouncing from those lows, and we came up to 62.7, and then we got rejected. This is one of the areas I was saying, you need to pay yourselves. You need to pay yourselves, and I didn't do that great of a job. I did some, and it helped. But every time that we come up here, you probably heard me saying the same thing, man. You need to pay yourself. And that's been so helpful with my spot margin, which is basically what I focus on these shows, to show you how you can take a little bit that you have this maybe sitting on some wallets, and we have these big drop downs, and put them into a spot margin account, and you can grow those big bags big, and you can start making a comeback, making a come up. And if you're down, it can help you kind of level that out. So I'm on a small ass time frame. I'm going to jump up to this 15 minute just so we can kind of fit it in here. But this is where we were struggling with, and we've not been able to come up there since early August. So all month we've been hanging below there until today at Jackson Hole, and what happened, well, whatever, dovish is what it comes out to. So the market feels a little bit more like things are priced in. There might be a little bit upside. There's still danger rolling over. We want to be cautious of that. We don't just get gung-ho. But if we're able to hold these areas for Bitcoin, about over 63 safely, 62.8, 60, if we can hold this area and not lose it and come back and make you, if we come back, we're going to be looking for a higher low, which is still good, but it's just better if we can hold these areas. Either way, this is helping our altcoins, which if you look over on the bubbles on the daily, they're all in the green. So, and the last video I was talking about was spot margin over here on CoinEx. Is where I've got it. Let's pull this up. So let's go to the P&L first before I get down into everything. And so far, last 7 days, I'm up 19,000. I like that. I will take that most definitely. What would I do over here? What was that? Today it's got me up $10,000, so I'm not going to argue with that. That's cool, nice recovery. But I mean, if you look at the bigger picture, I've still got a long ways to go. Let's go back to the last 90 days. Yeah, I still got, from the very peak that my account got to was up about 151,000. That's when Bitcoin was up, what, 72, 73, wherever it was up there. You know, Bitcoin conference and everything. It was looking good. It was looking good, looking so good that I didn't take enough profits and get ready for any kind of come to the downside. Those little emotions were, those little cocky emotions were popping off in my head, I'm sure. They're subtle sometimes. They'll keep you from paying yourself when you need to. So I got to write all that down and learn, you know, another valuable lesson in crypto. We all do. But it's going to take me a while to get back up to that, and that was the highest this account ever saw was that. I'd be really cool to see her get around 130, something like that. I'd like, oh, yes, I feel like I'm coming back. But I like this. I like this. I'm cool with that. I'm good. We're making a comeback. So, you know, I'm underwater from the highs I've ever been, and, you know, I lost a few little trades there in the spot margin thing, but I'm building them back. I'll talk about that here in a minute too. They're coming back. We're making a comeback. It's just patience. You can see my asset before, though. I'm mostly in Bitcoin, 52%. That plays a big part in this. For me, it's all about growing that Bitcoin bag, which I've not been able to do because I've been concentrating on all these freaking altcoins. But what I could have been, in retrospect, just basically concentrating on Bitcoin, and I wish I had. But this in way, overall, I got all these altcoins on my Tangem wallet and other wallets. They're just sitting there. Too many altcoins. I got way too many. It's an opportunity cost. I'm trying to narrow those down, and have been for a while if you've been watching this. Right now, the market's playing ball with me, and now I'm finally able to start kicking this stuff into gear. So finally, my days are coming, and just got to be patient. Weather the storms, and then your day comes and you can start doing some stuff. So here's what I've got over here. Oh, this is what it looked like before. Let's refresh this. Yeah, this is when I'm like, oh, sad face road dog versus refresh it, happy face road dog. I like happy face road dog better. He's just easier to be around. So I do have, well, I'm going to show you what I do. I have got, I got to come back to a chart. Let's pick one. I don't know. Let's go Solana. I like what I'm seeing here on Bitcoin. That's cool. Let me zoom out to like a 4-hour chart. Come to Solana. Sources, I want to use the exchange I'm using, which is CoinEx, so that I can be on the correct charts and get the correct prices at the correct times. And basically what I've done with every coin, just going over this again, I have taken our swing highs and swing lows. You got a high here, and you also got a high here, and another low there. We got two different ways I'm doing this. The bigger picture way, I'm just taking a swing high to swing low. And on every one, I've got a sell order. Every one. Every one. Some of them are pyramiding down. Meaning I've got, you know, maybe 20 Solana, 15. I've got it stacked some way to where it diminishes as we come down. Or I've just got them equal. Maybe I have 10 Solana selling, 10 Solana here, 10 Solana here. It's different how, you know, whatever was easiest and most convenient at the time, basically, is what it comes down to. But that's what I've got. And you can be looking, so it's going to take forever for them to hit. No, you'd be surprised how quickly they can hit. But there's also this swing high and swing low here. So I've got two different fibs pulled, doing the same thing on this. It's a smaller scale, starting at 170, 171, 167, 161, 153, 149, which we are at right now, almost dang near it. I should be getting a payday soon. That's my ideas. I've got them stacked there. And what's happening now, every time that one of those little guys hits, and I've got one that just hit, so I'll use it as an example. It's EGLD. Yeah. Yay, it's going to change the world. Yay. So I did the same thing with EGLD. This is one I'm going to use for my example. Now, she's just coming up to the major one. Oh, this is on Bitcoin. Wrong chart. EGLD. Tether. Yeah, hold now. Yeah, because this is where I actually did it. So it's coming up on the $30.32 mark, and I should have another sell there. She just blasted through one here. I think it was 28. So I've got some money that I need to put into my plan. Now, what I'm doing as these targets get hit, now this is what I'm doing with my plan, because I'm trying to grow that Bitcoin and get all that Bitcoin back that I put out for these altcoins. It's time for them to pay the piper, start giving me my Bitcoin back, because eventually I want to take that off of this thing. I'm picky about my Bitcoin. It's hard to grow that Bitcoin. I'm telling you. Some people seem to have an easier time. I went this altcoin route, and then, of course, the Bitcoin is outperforming altcoin, so it's not playing out as juicy. But with this, it's helping me out a lot. So let me kind of explain what I'm doing. Every time that they're hit, it's selling. I think I've got like a $350 sell thing that I've just got rung up. So I think I got $350 to show what I do. So let me come up here and kind of explain it a little bit. Every time that I get one, I'm paying back the loan, and it's taking care of the e-gold or whatever coin that I'm working with, paying back that loan, diminishing that, giving me more dry powder to work with and things like that. So let's say it's 350. I'm guesstimating. That's what I remember seeing. So I've got these orders, man. I can come back and I can see where maybe, I got a $20. Maybe that's all. It hit a take profit, and maybe it seemed from $20 to $350. That's the biggest one that I can think that I've seen. All I'm doing, I'm taking 10% of this, anywhere from 10 to 20, just depending on how high my risk percentage is. If my coins are showing me that I'm back at 200%, then I'm liable to take more money out of this. But I'll take at least $35 out of this, and I move that over to spot, and then I move it over to Bitcoin, and I pay down my Bitcoin loan, or I just buy Bitcoin. I've been flip-flopping between the two. I'm like, eventually I'm gonna get this loan paid down, and Bitcoin's gonna be 70,000. I might as well just be nibbling with some of these profits at some Bitcoin when it's just sitting here at 60 something. She drops back down to 50 or 58 or anywhere like that, and I got more dry powder. I've got more. I can borrow against this a lot easier, with a lot less sweating, as I'm paying this down and even collecting more Bitcoin. So I put $35 and just put it over to Bitcoins, what I've been doing all day today. And then what's left over here, the 320 whatever, I pay the loan down. And if I want to keep playing with this coin when the market does drop back down again, which it will, we're going to have a choppy another 4 to 6 weeks. Unless I'm totally wrong, we're just going to the moon today, and I'm cool with that. I'll be wrong. I'm cool. I ain't got to be right all the time. I just got to be right most of the time. So far, so good. Until that ego gets in the way and you think that you're right all the time, and then the market's going to hand your ass to you on a silver platter like it does a lot of people. So let me come over to our Coinbase account here. So eGold was the one I'm working with, right? That's the one that I think I got a payday. I can see this better on my phone. I don't always use this screen right here. What I will point out that's these risk numbers right over here, they're all in the green. Look, man. Now they were hanging around low, and I've seen them get down to the 120s, 130s, and I did not like that. I couldn't do anything with them at that point. I thought I would be cool with them around 140, 130, but yeah, that can still go against you if the market wants to take a tumble. We're sitting here at a good spot now, 200%. If I'm close to 200%, I'm good. If I'm at 100%, I'm really right there at liquidation point. Don't want to be near there. 200% usually signifies that, hey man, things are going good. I got some profit things going on. And I've got all these little guys. These are the orders, and various different coins and different amounts, and even some buy orders like Nakamoto. I got some buy orders set low if we go back down there. But I'm looking for eGold right here. I found it right here. See, I got too many coins. This is what I'm saying don't do. Take it from your road dog. This is all opportunity cost. Getting in way too many. I do not have the conviction for a lot of these altcoins. Sometimes some of them I had to realize lately that I ain't got no conviction for you, man. And if I don't have conviction for you, I really don't need to be in you, especially if you're just costing me a lot of drawdown. So the game plan is to weed all these suckers out to about these top 10 that I've got. It'll end up being those top ones that I want to focus on. I'm kind of just shifting everything over to these, and mostly in the Bitcoin. But I'd rather play on my Caspa, and I guess my Rune kind of bounced out nice. I'm doing so good on Rune. That was one that I was really afraid I was going to lose. She got so beaten down. I was like, oh my gosh. And she's bounced back, and she's still just right over $4, which is cheap for Rune. But a nice come up from the 250 that was at. Did we just lose our, yeah, here we go, eGold. So it looks, is that it? Is it $500? Let me look at my phone, because so what I like to do is I go to this repay button. I've hit that. Oh, now I have 149. Okay, well, here's what I'm doing. So I got 149. I thought it was 350. So my bad, I exaggerated. It's hard for me to read the screen. All right, I can read it better on my phone. So I'm going to do it here on the screen though. So I'm going to repay my loan back because I owe $498 on this guy. Where did you go? It tells me that right here. So I've whittled it down to 498. That's good. I'm at 190%, 97% on my wrist, so that's good. It'll probably jump up even more. And I've still got some more eGold in there selling at higher things until I get this paid off or paid down low. Well, I got other options. Decide what I want to do there. But right now, I just want to repay a portion of this loan. And since I'm up at 200%, I'm just going to pay $100 of it. I know, I'm getting ballsy. Because I'm good. This is me taking my profits. And now, where'd you go? eGold. See, the stuff moves around and there's too many of them. There you are. And now I'm going to transfer the other. Come down here to USDT. Switch it from the margin account over. I don't know if you can see that. It's right here by my hand. So I got $49 that I am going to hit all that. I'm going to put that over this. It goes over to spot. That's just where it goes. And now I'm going to transfer it right over here from spot into my Bitcoin. Just like that. And now I got that $49 over here. Now what am I going to do with it? I'm going to half and half it right now. Bitcoin is up. I mean, I could sit here and save it until something else goes on, but I'm just like, screw it. I'm going to do half and half. So I'm going to buy me some Bitcoin. It adds to my Bitcoin stack. And then the rest of it, I'm going to pay on that loan. So I'm doing both with it. I feel comfortable with that. Because I'm chipping away at this $74,000. And I want my altcoins to pay off for all of that. And I want this Bitcoin. I want to be pulling at least 2 Bitcoin out. I'm trying to go for 3. I'm trying to focus more on my Bitcoin now. That's why I'm buying a little extra here and there with my altcoin profits and things like that. But I'm also focusing on getting this number down and as low as I can. I'm going to let my altcoins pay off that, because this is what I did, is that I borrowed from Bitcoin on a lot of these altcoin positions. It's time for them to pay the piper, pay this sucker off. Give me my Bitcoin back and then give me some more extra Bitcoin. And that's how I'm playing this game. So now I'm just going to repay the $24 that I got left over there. Oh, now I'm down to $73,978, and I just chip away at it. I try to chip away and add a little bit more Bitcoin, because I did have this up to about 213 or whatever. I de-risked a little bit because clearly she could not handle it. If we dropped down to 40-something thousand, I would freak out. Now my liquidation price is 38,600. We could still technically, on the chart, you could technically see a level where that might come in. So I want her down, just in case there's a surprise in the market that they fake us out one more time and take us to a lower low. I want to be ready for it. And I feel a lot more comfortable with that now. A lot more comfortable with that de-risk, and I will keep this going on. And that's basically what I'm doing with everything, man. I got orders. I got sell orders on every freaking thing, even the ones that, well, except for 2. The 2 bags I'm trying to rebuild that I did lose because I had 150 link. That's what I came into this game with. 150 link that I transferred over to my Tangem wallet. I got liquidated. She got liquidated, and I got left with 10% of that. So less than, somewhere about 10, 15 link, I can't remember. But now I built it up to where I've got 74. Let me check my phone to make sure I'm looking at the right numbers here. I've got 74 that I'm in control of, which is half of what I moved over. I've only got 26 that I could probably exit out and claim right now. So I'm still low, but I built it up from like 10 or something. So we've doubled that up, slowly just growing. And, and this is what I do with this. I nibble. You're going to watch me nibble right now since we're up there. My lowest thing that I can borrow up to $700. Not going to do it. I'm borrowing the lowest I can do. It's 50. Yeah, I just borrowed that guy. And now I'm going to come over here to link. And now I could wait for a setup, and that's one of the options. But right now, as we're, I'm cool with DCAing right now. And that's a way that you can play this. Now, this might be come across as buying high, and it technically is, but I'm just doing it with a little bit. I'm going to take about 25% of that. I just added a little link. It's a little nibble, but those nibbles will add up as you fluctuate, and this thing goes up and down. So, or you can just wait for an actual setup, but we're not near it right now. And these altcoins are looking nice and juicy, so sometimes I nibble just like that. And now I turn around and then I go back, because now I got 76 link. And now I go back and I just repay. I got $37 out of that 50 that I'm going to repay back. So I come back over here to my link, and I go to my repay, and then I just repay it all. And that's because I'm actively trying to build this bag up. I want my 150 link back. I intend to get it. I want my 500 near. Another one that it got me. Those are some that I want for long-term holds. And now, let's see, I'm in control of 229, which is about half of what I had actually put in the first time. What is it? How many do I actually have as collateral right now? 93. Now, I had a lot less than that. This one's been building up nice, and this one's doing good, actually. I am going to do the same thing on this one. I'm adding to it. Just on these 2, because I'm being more aggressive here on these. The other ones, I'm worried about taking profits. These, I'm worried about buying. So I can borrow up to $1,100. Not going to do it. Just want $50 worth. Go nibble. Not even going to use all of that. And yeah, this one I'm taking whatever price on this one because I'm building. I know she's up there. I know she's up there right now, and she can come back down. She probably will. That's why we're just nibbling. This is my strategy on this one. It's just what I'm doing. Doesn't mean that you have to do it this way or anything like that. You can definitely wait for a pullbacks and actually, you know, get your patterns out, trend lines, and all that, and do that. I'm just doing something a little different because I want my near back. And I've only got $731 in loans here. And as much as I'm concentrating on this, I mean, I don't mind putting a few $100s over here if I have to, if we get a drop back, and finagle with this one. This one, near and link, are ones that I'll bend the rules for just a little bit if I need to. The rest of them, man, they're just hit the targets, sell it, roll it over in the Bitcoin and the loans. The ones I have a little bit of partiality to, the near and link, well, I want those. So that's what I'm doing. It gives me the flexibility to do that. And that's what I like about the spot margin, is the flexibility that it gives us. I'm trying to repay you, near. So I'm paying back $37. And I might wait and do the same thing in a few minutes, just when we get a pullback on near or something like that. I'm just paying attention. The biggest thing to watch with the spot margin is, you know, your risk percentage. It's good to be, you want to be above 140, definitely. 150 is fairly comfortable. And you will take, you know, you will see it come down when you first start, and you start, but just don't go too crazy. Keep it reasonable. When you get back to the 200s in that area, you know you can always nibble and add to it and build that bag up. I'm finding it is easier when we get back up here with less risk for me. Should we start going south again? So I was able to move my Jupiter bag over, and I've been working with that one too. Nibbling since, you know, she's already starting to take off a little bit there. That's what I got, and that's what it's working for, and it's got me up. Ooh, look, another $1,200 up since we started talking thereabouts. Is making a nice little comeback. I like it. She will bounce you back quicker, and I like it. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let me see if you guys got any questions. Anything that I need to go over. And let's go to the live chat over here. I don't think I've got any questions over here, so you guys just hanging out, listening, and watching me play one same that, and that's cool too, man. If you guys ever have any questions about spot margin and all that, and what I'm trying to show, how you can, you know, this is a great way to build bags and to make a quicker come up, especially if you don't have as much money as you want to put in this market. And if you're comfortable with spot trading, if you've shown some success with spot trading, and even if, you know, even if it's just a hodl or a DCA thing with spot trading, you can use that over on the spot margin. Your hodl strategies, well, don't do diamond hands. You need to pay yourself and take profits. That's a key thing. You do have to pay yourself. That's what makes this work. It's a cycling of this money in and out, and we're just building up. But if you hodl, if you do position trading, which is basically what I'm doing here, this is position trading, and it's more of a long-term play. I like swing trading, but this is taking up so much of my time and attention because if you haven't noticed, I got too many coins that I'm trying, and I'm weeding them out. So getting rid of some bad habits and trying to profit in the meantime of doing that. And your swing trading is great for swing trading, much better than using perpetuals. You just got a lot more finagability, a lot more freedom with spot margin than you do with spot or perpetuals. And these are all isolated. You can, on some exchanges, choose collateral is that what am I trying to say? Where it's all together. Isolated is a good way to go. That means if you get liquidated on any coin, it's just for that bag. If you start getting into where it's all mixed together, which for some reason it doesn't register what that's called anymore. I've been away from it so long. Man, you can lose your whole account So you do face that danger if you get too degen-y on that. So if you keep it on an isolated margin, it's just you and that pair. You know, how you manage that pair. And honestly, that I like that a lot better. It gives me a lot more leeway. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It is, this is a short stream. Didn't have very much to cover. That was it. We're just watching this go and just being open and transparent and showing you how it's working. And, you know, if you say, well, it is working, it's working better than what I'm doing, well, then maybe there's something here that you can learn and add. This is all about just this whole market. Regardless of what guru out there is trying to say or anything like that, it's all about finding what works for you, what works within your risk tolerances, what and you're going to be learning each step of the way and adding tools to your toolbox. You got to find the tools that resonate with you. And, you know, whether that's a strategy that's working for you, whether it's the TA is very, very critical, and finding the tools of TA that help you navigate the market. Fibonacci, moving averages, indicators, you know, is what works for you. What works for me may not necessarily resonate with you, or may not, you know, what you see on some other channel may not be exactly what, but you take bits and pieces. It's just it's a buffet. You're at the Golden Corral, if you're familiar with that in the U.S., and you just you're taking what you need, and hopefully you get to eat. That's the whole goal. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. That's all I got. I'll see you guys tonight when we go over altcoins and what's happened in the market today, and hopefully we'll keep going up rather than number going down. It's a good thing. That's nice. I will say this, 4-hour chart, we do have Lucy and the 800 up there. Now, we usually do get rejected off of that. But I will add this. Lucy's crossing over that 800. That's a little bit of a bullish momentum there. We might actually pop up above it a little bit. The biggest thing is if we can start holding these areas about 63,000, we got a chance to go up to 65. And we can hold those areas about 65.5. That's the next hurdle we got. Man, if we can get anywhere up here and stay here instead of coming back to this range, we're on the right direction to start heading towards 70 and 73,000, maybe even 80, maybe even break out of the zone, make a higher high. It's more promising the more that we can hold this, and just breaking over that high that we just did today. It's a good first step, but we're not out of the woods yet, so play this cautiously. And I still recommend taking profit on these altcoins, rolling it over, because chances are we're got another rollover coming and doing some more sideways, and that's where they make all their money, the market makers. I want to make all my money there too. That's where they build up their positions for the bigger moves and everything. We need to be just thinking along the same lines that they are too. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you later. Can't find that end screen. There we go. Good Brown Gravy says, I wish you were around when I started investing. It's good advice. Have to remember to pay yourself to build the dry pad. That's a hard lesson to do, even for those of us that's been in the game a long time. But hey, man, we're together now. That's cool. And I don't mind sharing what I've learned for freely. I'm one of those open source kind of guys. So glad we were able to hook up and everything. So cool. This is, if I'd had this information when I first got into crypto, things would have been a lot better. So it's important for me to share it freely, because a lot of people get in, they just don't know. I just need a direction. I needed a starting point and a direction. Once I found that, and I couldn't find it for years, and then things started taking off. Hey, Brackish Adventures, my man. Good to see you guys. See you guys tonight.